Okay, you guys, I'm going to do a retake on this one because I have some things in here that I want to point out. First of all, this is a video I did, and a lot of people were asking me who the guy is that he's singing with. Well, that is a friend of his, allegedly. I mean, he's in the video. His name's Pete. He is one of the frat guys, and he's got several videos of him singing with this Pete guy, and he looks like he's having a great time. Both of them look like their veins are about ready to pop out of their necks because they're singing so loud. And so, they just, they're happy. They're just like singing. But, it's interesting to me as I'm watching this video, and I watch it over and over again, is that Ethan looks happy, like he's just having a good time. And Pete, at times, to me, looks like he's competing. Like he's like trying to sing it louder or looking, and kind of, in my opinion, looking around to see what other people are thinking of it. Like, are you looking at me, or are you looking at Ethan? Am I doing good? Am I the show, a star of the show? Whatever it is. But that's kind of my feeling. I used to run a karaoke. I used to work in a karaoke bar and run the machine, and I've seen this kind of these actions that he's doing, like his facial expressions and stuff. And that's why I'm getting this feeling, is because it is competition, and Ethan's winning. It could be also that Ethan was a big guy. Ethan didn't have to take steroids to look like he did. He was naturally like that. And I know it's all speculation, but I think this all goes right straight back to the 4chan post that came out a week after these murders, right? Okay. Typically, in something like this, the truth, or more of the truth, comes out in the beginning because people's voices aren't quashed yet. They don't have, these restrictions on them, and they're talking. And this is what happened. I believe people were talking, or one person was talking. And here's who I think it was. Pure speculation. Pure speculation, you guys. Well, you know who, Caden Young? Well, he was a conflict investigative journalist for the Argonaut. You know what the Argonaut is? That's the University of Idaho's paper. I think, in my opinion, all pure speculation, I think Caden knew, Caden saw, and Caden wrote. And they weren't having that. And I think that's how come Caden ended up the way he did. I don't think that was an accidental thing. Not even 1%. I don't think that was an accident. I think that happened on purpose. Yeah. Please don't come after me. Like I said, this is pure speculation. It's all my opinion, and you have your own opinion. But there's too many things that are happening, too many deaths that are happening prior to this. See, this didn't start here, you guys. This did not start here, period. And as I'm talking to this freaking phone, I'm like, my fingers going around and my head's bobbing back and forth because I have spent, gosh, you don't even know how many hours I've spent on this. Countless hours. More than my job. This is my job, it feels like. I know it's not, and I know that some people out there are probably saying, just leave it alone, just leave it alone. Well, you know what? If the true crime community here, would have left this alone, do you think this would have gone? Do you think any of these answers that we're getting right now, that we think that is true, right? Because we believe, there's things we believe about LE that they're just lying, that this is all a cover-up, a frame job. How do we know this? Because of this community. That's how. Because they're digging. We're digging. I'm smacking my knees if you're hearing that. I've got my fist. I'm just smacking my knees. My head's shaking back and forth. I am adamant about this. And I can't even imagine, I can't imagine what's going to happen, you guys, if my hair just stood on my arms, just, from my fingers all the way to my arms, just stood on end. What's going to happen if they find BK guilty? There's going to be, you say you want a revolution, well, yeah, that might just go down, you guys, because this is scary. This is worse than scary. This is so unfreaking believable that anything like this can happen in this day and age. Everybody's got a cell phone, maybe even two. I've got two I work off of. One of them doesn't even have a SIM card in it, but I do my videos and stuff off of it, and I bounce them back and forth. I send this one to Messenger, get a video here, back and forth, because I have to, because I don't have a computer here. I have one, but I mean, I'm just better on the cell phone. It just always have been since I've had one. So, like I said, everybody's got a cell phone. Some people have two. Pretty much, I mean, I can't even imagine what percentage of people have Ring cams now, but a crap load of them. Every apartment building that has tenants that they want to keep safe and that aren't sus, in my opinion, that don't have a camera because of whatever nefarious activities that might go on there, and they don't want to have to, if something does happen, give up their surveillance footage. So every apartment building should have, or has, a security surveillance camera, at least on the front entrance and the back entrance. Some should have them down the halls, depending on how long their halls are and how seedy the area. But then again, you've got seedy. Those guys aren't, they're seedy because maybe they're slumlords, right? You've got street light cameras. You've got university cameras. For that frat house not to have any cameras on it, I call bull crap. Bull crap. That just sent this all the way through my body, because I just can't. This is not a healthy community. I bet you, prior to this happening, you go to any university and ask them about cameras, and they're going to tell you they got cameras. How come this one doesn't? I'll tell you why. Because there's some shit going down, and they're covering it up, in my opinion, pure speculation. But for anybody who is watching this and has been watching this, and even just the law reports that are coming out, the police reports and the conference and stuff, if there's anybody that cannot see that something is wrong in here, these people are wearing some serious rose-colored glasses. And I just see these people walking around with, they're the people on Facebook that everything is happy. Oh, we're just happy. Everything's fine and dandy. Oh, we have all these friends. Our children are perfect. We just got a new car. We just got a new house. Oh, look at our lawn. It's all grass is green, even though we just fire raged through ours. The only house that's got the green grass left. I mean, blah, 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 blah. This is a person that has not been able to see what is going on. Even just a teeny bit. Doesn't matter. This is wrong. Something wrong is going on here. This is just plain and simply scary. And how can anybody feel safe in that town? Here's my biggest thing on this. When this first happened, and they came out with, locking down the college and all that kind of stuff, or the university, and then what was it, 2 hours later, lifted the lockdown, and they didn't have a suspect, right? They didn't know who it was. I don't even know. Yeah, that's Fry for you. I don't even know that question or that answer. I don't think he knows any of them. Well, that he wants to tell us anyway. I think he knows a lot of them. Pure speculation, in my opinion, only. Here's the part that really got me, like I was telling you just a minute ago, is when the safety of the university and the people in this town and the students is of our utmost priority. This is what we're going to focus our attentions on here. Keeping these students safe here that are like in this vicinity where this happened, right? We're going to have extra officers, extra cars on staff, on duty to, in case someone needs a ride or an escort here or there, and they're afraid, or to walk here or there. We have people, that are volunteering to, meet and walk you here or there, whatever, escort you. Well, how the hell do they know? If they don't have a suspect, how do they know that these people are A-OK to be walking them and keeping them safe? How do they know that? When I heard that, I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. I cringed and I laughed inside both at the same time. I'm just like, wow, the audacity of these people to even, yeah. And then thinking after a little ways into this, we're talking not even a week, the 4chan thing comes out. Things are starting to pop up here and there. Things are starting to arise. And then it got even scarier. And I don't know everything. I don't even know a little of I don't even know an inkling of everything. Nobody does. But they're showing us things just by their facial expressions alone that I can't swallow. I can't swallow it. I won't swallow it. These are 4 beautiful people who lost their lives. Kaylee and Maddie, Xana and Ethan, or Ethan and Xana, Maddie and Kaylee, or Maddie and Kaylee, Ethan and Xana. Any way you say their names, they're gone. They're not going to go to class again. Ethan's not going to sing again. Well, yeah, he's probably singing up there, probably crazy singing and loving it. Kaylee's not going to get to play with Murphy again until Murphy goes and he's up there playing with her. Maddie's not going to be dancing down here with her friends. Santa's not going to be doing twirls and flips. She was up there, but not down here. And look how they're honoring their lives. It's not honoring them. When are they going to stand up? And when are they going to honor these beautiful souls' lives? And do something about it. They're letting this happen day after day after day. How many people have passed away now after this? And how many people prior to this? Innocent people. Why? Because they know something? Yeah, that's exactly why. Because they know something. And they're afraid it's going to get out. So now I ask you, what is it that they know? Well, I think, in my opinion, pure speculation. It's not just one thing. It's many things. It's not just one entity. It's many. just not one alumni, it's many. Yeah, I said it. It's not just one official, it's many. Yeah, I said it. It's not just one frat bro, it's many. Yeah, I said that. Not just one sorority sister, it's many. And I said that too. It's not just one mother, it's many. Yeah, I said it. It's not just one dada, it's many. Whoa, daddy-o, I said that too. And we're not even saying it's all in this town. Not me. This goes way out. This spreads out to other states. This goes all the way to Colorado. Yeah, I said it. This goes far beyond just that little town, Moscow, in Idaho. Excuse me. This goes way back. Way back. This has got deep roots. And these roots, just like those trees, those old, beautiful tall trees, beautiful trees. This is not a tree that is beautiful on the inside. It might look pretty on the outside, but on the inside, this tree is rotten. Yet the roots of that tree, they're still growing. And they're still having little roots, little, things coming off. All these big fat roots are the ancestry. That are the lineage. That are the beginning. Where this birthed. When this birthed. Every fat root that comes off of that has another one coming off of that. And off of that one is another one. And off of that one is another one. So on, so on, so on. That is what they probably like to call, let's see, tradition? There's a tradition in that school, in that university, in that town. And it's killing people. And they're allowing it to happen. They're not only allowing it to happen, in my opinion, pure speculation. They're standing on the sidelines. Woo! Waha! Woohoo! Way to go! Way to go! Look at my boy. Look at my girl. Oh, yeah. If that doesn't raise a hair on your arms, I don't know what will. What? They found someone face down in the creek? Must have been an accident. How come his blood level, his alcohol level in his blood is twice, maybe 3 times the legal limit? How come he's not wearing shoes or a coat? How come he's only a yard or so from the house of the frat, from the door of the frat house? Well, I don't know about you, but I've read a whole lot of stories from a whole lot of different universities. And that's a hazing tradition, is to take a pledge, or 2 or 3, and you, basically they kind of kidnap them, right? Put a blindfold over their face. Sometimes they'll tie their arms behind their hands behind their back. Sometimes they'll take them just where they get them, like out of a dorm room, whatever, out of a party that they're having at the moment, and they'll put them in a van or car, a vehicle that holds several people, and they'll drive around. And as they're driving around with them blindfolded, so these pledges don't know where they're going. Their sense of, where they're at is like totally off because they're blindfolded. And not only that, they're not only blindfolded, but they are having a beer bong tube, or whatever you want to call it, shoved down their throat. And they are having them guzzle, chug, whatever you want to call it, ungodly amounts of alcohol. Sometimes it's a punch with alcohol in it. Sometimes it's straight freaking alcohol, hard alcohol. Their choice usually is vodka and rum. That's a normal choice of the frat bros that are doing this. This is why they're doing it, you guys. And this is what blows my mind. They're doing it to see if they are worthy of being one of their brothers, one of their fraternity brothers. Let's see just how strong they are. Let's see if they can hang with us. Well, this is supposed to be a trust thing, okay? So this is what fraternities are supposed to be, and sororities. This is not just fraternities. This goes for sororities too. This is supposed to be a trust thing. Like, you're supposed to bond over this, all of this activity, over this abuse, over this rite of passage to be in this house that's so grand and so, it's got, just way back years of all these great men and women that come out of here and do all this stuff and make their way in life and have connections. Well, what kind of connection? Here's when I think about connections. What kind of connections do they have? Well, since the house is so secretive, they can have any connection they want, and they'll be secretive about it, no matter if it is freely given to them or if they take it. And if they take it, even if it's deadly, no one's going to tell on them, right? Because they're a fraternity. They have a code of silence. I'm going to throw Caden's voice back in there again. Caden was a hero. Caden was taken out, in my opinion, because he didn't follow the rules of the house, of the fraternity, or the sorority, whatever. Well, he's a fraternity, right? He didn't follow the rules. He wasn't staying silent. There's a price to pay for not staying silent. And we've seen it. We're watching it as it goes. People who are invested in this, you are seeing it. Oh, this is going to be, I'll tell you what, this video, I know I'm going to get crap for it. If it even gets to stay up, I don't even know if it will. This is pure speculation, all my opinion, but this is what I'm seeing. I am hot right now. I'm so mad. Crime Circus just did a really good video. And I'm going to bounce one off of his here as soon as I calm down and I can get my thoughts straight. So, it's back to the van. Back to the washboarding, basically, of alcohol pouring down these kids' throats. Some of them have never even had alcohol before. These are freshmen. These are young kids, children, basically, sent out into this place where there's all these boys. They're not men yet. They're boys. They're pouring alcohol down these other boys' throats. And then what they do, as soon as they're so drunk that they can't even see straight and possibly even throwing up, they stop that vehicle. Where? I don't know. They don't know. They're not told. The vehicle stops. They open up the door and they put them out on a road in the dark. Because this is only done at night, right? In the darkness. Maybe even when there's not even a full moon. and they're told to walk back. You got to walk back. You get back, you're in. That's usually not true at that point, because there's usually more hazing to go to, after that. So these kids are put out on a road with ungodly amounts of alcohol in their system, which also thins the blood. So if it's cold outside, it's going to be even colder, because your blood is thin, and the alcohol it doesn't keep you warm. People think, oh, you drink alcohol, you're going to stay warm. That's not true. That's not true at all. You think you are, but you're not. It's not true. So they're disoriented. They're just, they have no idea where they're at. And they're meant to walk. One boy, if there's two or more, one might make it back when another doesn't, because one might be drunk or not able to hold the alcohol, or even have had alcohol at that point in their life. They might get separated from each other, especially if they're blindfolded and handcuffed, but hands tied behind their backs. Sometimes it doesn't even, think of yourself back, like if you were ever really, really drunk. Every one of us has got to be that drunk before remembering something. And I know I have. I know one time I was at a bar, and this is a bar I went to all the time. And there was always one thing that we drank, and it was Long Island iced tea. And all we needed was, we usually have a couple of them throughout the night, just sip on it, right? Because they were pretty strong. Well, this particular night, I had my first one, and I didn't even get through probably a fourth of that. And I knew I was drunk. It was the weirdest feeling, knowing that you're super, super, super drunk, but you don't understand why. And I knew I was, and I just all I wanted to do was get home. Please, just somebody get me home. And it was like, I don't remember. I remember them getting me home, right? But, the first part of it, like in the car. But after that, I don't remember anything. Nothing. So someone had to put something in that drink. But thank God I had somebody there that could take me to my house, that I trusted. But these kids don't have anybody. They're new to this town. They're meant to trust this house, this special group of kids, boys that they want to be a part of. They're meant to trust them and build bonds with them. So they let them and allow them to do these hazings in order to get into this house that's going to be so grand. It's going to be just, we're going to be a brotherhood, We're going to be a family. We're going to lie for each other when something bad happens. We're going to possibly take someone out if they do something to one of the brothers, or even think about it. In my opinion, pure speculation. You'll be part of this. The part that they don't know about yet is that if you don't make it back and you wind up face down in a creek somewhere, or frozen to death underneath a bridge, or run over by a car because you're blindfolded in the middle of the road at midnight or later, or hung from a tree with your hands tied behind your back, and the police report, the coroner's report says death by unaliving by their own hands, with their hands tied behind their backs. Explain that one to me. In the arboretum behind the president's house, president of the university. Explain that one to me. Explain a surveillance camera, 5 hours worth, with names being called out that you can hear, that we can hear. These are names that we've all heard of now. Not all of us, maybe not all of us. Me, I know so many names. I feel like I know these people now. I mean, I just feel like I know them. It's crazy. I mean, especially this four, especially, you know, these ones that are gone now. And the ones that we don't even know about, you guys. Gosh, I've come across ones that I've not even talked about yet. That no one's talking about. Will their lives mean nothing to anybody? What is going on here? It's disposable people? Since when? Since when? Everybody's life matters. How come not to this university? How come not to law enforcement? How come not to those moms and those dads out there? Those sisters and those brothers, those uncles and those aunts, those cousins, those friends, those friends, those friends. Yeah, those friends. How about the neighbors that heard? How about the neighbors that heard this stuff? How about us? How about us who are hearing it? Yeah, that I'm going to say that tape. They've been scrubbed of people. You can't see them. That's why the difference mode is so important, because you can see them in a way on that difference mode. You just got to be in a very dark room, no lights on, seriously, in a very dark room, and watch that surveillance in difference mode, and you're going to see things. You're going to be blown away what you see in there. Excuse me. Because what it does is it's a dark screen. It takes a regular screen that you put difference mode on, then it takes a motion screen, and then it moves them together. So the difference mode is dark. It's like dark. It's just black, right? And the motion screen is basically lights once there's motion. So you will see it'll light up. Like it's amazing. Thank you, Jeff H, for that. Thank you very much. And for the people out there who keep saying, I can't see anything, I can't see anything. Well, sure, you can't see anything. You're not in a dark room. Give it a chance. Let your eyes become accustomed to the darkness. Once it becomes accustomed, rewind it and start over again. Put in earbuds, because you're not going to hear it if you don't have earbuds in. Turn the sound up. But mind you, there's going to be some loud noises in there, very loud noises in there, because what they've done to this surveillance is they've also played with the sound. And by that I mean you're still hearing the stuff that's going down, the actual things, the screams, the punches, the cars, all this. You're still hearing all of that. But they've done stuff like when there's a high-pitched scream, they'll add a car sound to it, like screeching tires, things like that. You'll hear cars that aren't even there. Like you won't see it. Like in the difference mode, you can't see any motion. Like there's no lights coming around, so you know that there's not a car there. Sometimes there is, and with that said, sometimes there's a car that doesn't turn its lights on, because I've watched it so many times that I could probably recite it. So it has been altered. It has been manipulated. But the sounds of what's going on underlying behind that manipulation is still there. And where this camera is placed, anchored down underneath this carport of the Linda Lane Apartments, there's somebody there. Pretty much, I'm going to say the whole time. Whether it's the same person the whole time through, I don't know. Sometimes there's two people. I can hear them whispering. I can hear them moving around. I can hear them pop a top of a can, like a soda or a beer. I can hear their feet scuffling. I can hear dog claws walking. You can hear whistles. Sometimes loud whistles, which will scare the crap out of you when you have it, up loud. Sometimes they're soft whistles. You're going to see a cat. You're going to see Enon's cat. And I know it's his cat. I've seen it in the interviews. It's a big, fluffy, white cat. And it's white. In this difference mode, this cat's all over the place. Well, guess what? In one of Enon's interviews, someone asked him, what do you do with your cat when you go visit your family? He says, oh, my cat goes everywhere with me. My cat follows me everywhere. Well, where were you that night? Why is your cat all over the place? Why, when you hear a light little whistle, all of a sudden you'll see that cat? Is that how he calls his cat? How come I hear his name being called throughout this whole thing? Well, a couple hours worth of it anyway. My nose is running right now. I'm crying. I hear so many names in here being called. And voices that I know, these voices, from TikTok videos. The real TikTok videos taken from, they're now being scrubbed. They're now, if you can find them, like thank God I actually downloaded and screenshot and did some stuff. A lot of stuff I didn't, but I did some of them. And if you can't find it there, somebody did usually, but it's hard to find. But these voices are familiar. They're familiar. And this video right here, in my opinion, pure speculation only, Bethany is in the background there. Bethany is the one, she's distraught. You can hear that she's distraught. You can hear Xana. You can hear Ethan. You can hear Dave. Maybe both Daves. You can hear Pete. Not only can you hear Pete talking and yelling, but you can hear Pete singing. You can hear car doors slam. In my opinion, you can hear trunks open and close and slam. You can hear a police scanner. You can hear what sounds to be like someone trying to get out of something, like banging to get out of something. Or, possibly, because in the apartments, underneath that balcony where that camera is stuck up underneath that on the ceiling of the, it's on a ceiling of the carport, which is under what would be a balcony where someone's standing and listening. And there's also someone below, because you can see with the difference mode, you can see the lights move. You can see them move. And here's one thing that's funny, is that even though they've scrubbed the people's bodies out of there, right? Doesn't mean that you can scrub out reflections on the back of SUV windows. And, because you can't. You can't scrub out when they're walking past and there's a light and you can't see anybody, but there's like this kind of mirage-y, kind of weird, just weird kind of a look, like a illusion or something. And it goes by and it covers up a light, and then the light's uncovered. That's somebody walking by. You hear things slamming on the ground. So sometimes so loud, like I still jump, even though when I know it's coming, I still jump. And I pull the earbud out. I'm like, oh my God. So be aware of that. You can hear things being dragged. In my opinion, one of them is Ethan. Pure speculation. Sorry, Ethan. Things like this shouldn't happen, you guys. But you know what's even more shouldn't happen? Is the lies covering it up of what really happened. How the hell do you bond over something like this? Tell me that. If you can bond over something like this, then what does that say about you? I don't know, in my book, that's kind of evil. You are allowing someone else to take someone else's life and lie about it. And keep that lie quiet. It's just unfathomable to me. I just don't understand it. And what's to say, you stupid, stupid, stupid people, you sorority sisters and fraternity brothers and alumni and all that other crap, what's to say? Let's just say one night you have a few too many brandies, a few too many cigars with the boys, and maybe you let something slip when someone comes in a room or something. I'm just saying. And it's something you were supposed to keep quiet. What if you're at a wedding and all you sisters are getting all dressed up before the wedding starts, and one of you slips? You had a few too many champagnes, a few too many clove cigarettes, over having your nail polish done. What if you let something slip? What happens then? What's that bond all about now? What's that trust all about now? You think you are immune to this? What did you learn in school? Because you ain't no book smart people. I'll tell you that much. If you believe that shit, she ought. Bonding my ass. That's just sick. That is just sick. Wow. That's so scary. What's also scary is I've talked for 42 minutes here, and I haven't even played this part of the video that I want to play. I get so passionate about this because I'm so opposite of this, of what they consider to be a brotherhood or a sisterhood. This is not a brotherhood or a sisterhood. It's just not. Think about it. Why are you in this? Why do you even want to be in this? Is it because you're not a nice person to begin with? And you're going to do things that you want to be kept secret? And this is how you do it? You get in to a fraternity or a sorority so you can do nefarious things, illegal things, deadly things, and you know that'll be kept a secret? And if it isn't, then there'll be repercussions for the person who didn't keep that secret, and then you'll be fine again. Because everybody on this side, on my side, the secret side, the dark side, will lie for me. They'll protect me. What if that happens to be your best friend in life from the beginning, before you were sorority sisters? What if she's the one that accidentally slips up because of too much champagne? What happens then? Are you going to be the one to hold the weapon? Are you going to be the one to look in her eyes? And she's looking back at you? Are you? What you gonna do now? What you gonna do? What if that's your brother? What if it's your brother in that fraternity with you? You know, the one that was born minutes after you? Because say you're a twin or something? What if he accidentally slips up over too many, you know, whatever you drink? Could be anything. What if? What if he slips up? And in order to prove your loyalty to the Brotherhood, you're handed the weapon of destruction. Now what? As you look into your brother's eyes, and he's looking back at you, what you gonna do now? You're gonna take out a bond that's been there since before this Brotherhood? What you gonna do? How about you think about this before you even think about pledging? This is all pure speculation, all my opinion. All for entertainment purposes only. But I'll tell you what, if this helps one person to stay away from a pledge to a fraternity house or a sorority house, then by God, I will make these videos one after another every day. Because if it helps just one, that's one brother who's not going to have to look into his own brother's eyes and plunge iron into his heart. Or one sister who's not going to have to look into her best friend's eyes. However, she chooses, her sisters choose to take her out. This helps them not. And this crying was all worth it. You know what? Maybe they'll even play this video and they'll laugh at it when there's a pledge that's going to happen. They're going to laugh and point and they're going to say, oh, look at this. Is this hilarious? Well, maybe one of them won't think it's hilarious. Maybe one of them will take it to heart and really listen. Let's hope, okay? All you can do is hope, right? Alright, you guys. I can't believe I've done this. I wasn't going to do this today, but guess what? It's just, yeah, it went sideways. Oh, I'm going to blow my nose. Okay. Oh, there's so much in this video that I didn't even do like little captions for. And I don't even know if I'm not going to play this whole video. But I am going to play you part of it so that you know that there are names that are being said, screamed, pleading to. There are girls sobbing and crying in the background and pleading for them to stop. There are girls being hurt
There are guys laughing at hurting people. There are guys belittling and mocking, and other guys standing around laughing. And there's neighbors watching, because you can also hear that name being called. I believe that person's is subpoenaed for the defense. Don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. Pure speculation, in my opinion only, but that's just what I heard out of that person's mouth. So, but then again, this person's also said some things out of their mouth that I don't think are true. So, all right, you guys, entertainment purposes only. Hold on to your knickers, because here it comes. Not that you didn't have to hold on to them through this whole thing. Thank you guys for listening. Keep up the good work out there, you guys. You guys, everybody's doing so good. Keeping this right at the top. Right there, right in their face. We're watching you. We're watching you. Every single one of you. The ones that we know about. And sometimes we're finding the ones we don't even know about. Because they accidentally slip up. We can see you in the shadows. We know you're there. Even if we only see you in the difference mode, we know you're there. Pretty soon, that light's going to come on. And there you are. In all your glory, in all your madness, right there for all of us to see. Don't think it won't happen. Yeah. Pure speculation. In my opinion only. Entertainment purposes only.
Of Ethan was he's just this huge dude that you wouldn't really approach, but as soon as you really got to know him, you realize that he's like one big teddy bear. Our mutual love for country music is really what brought us together. We'd gravitate toward each other because we'd be singing these country songs. We really got along.
Next is a clip from Linda Lane at around 1:15 or so. Turn volume up.
This is what a fraternity is. This is Ethan, who apparently did something wrong, who is a brother in the fraternity, being beaten by other brothers in the fraternity. You call that a bond? I don't. You call that a brotherhood? I for sure don't. And in the background, you hear sorority sisters who are in the same sorority, just like Ethan's brothers, same fraternity, same house. You hear these sorority sisters. Guess what? One of them's gone now and one of them's alive. I'm not saying the one that's alive did anything. I'm just saying she knows something. In my opinion, pure speculation. Entertainment purposes only. But I've heard those voices over and over again on TikToks, on family videos, sports videos, singing videos, TikToks. You're not going to tell me that I'm hearing something I'm not, I think I'm hearing something that's not there. I'm hearing what I'm hearing. So why isn't anything being done about it? I'll tell you why. Because that university is what makes that town tick. That university is why that town is a town. If that university goes down, that town is ghost. Sheer and simple. They got to keep them secrets so that other students want to come to that university. I mean, if they knew what happened, they knew what was really going on, why would they want to go there? Why would they want to even go within miles of that place? Why are things kept out of the paper? Why are SAs kept out of the paper? And if they're in the paper, why aren't they reported in the annual report? Why aren't they documented and counted? Same with all the other nefarious things. Why aren't they documented in the annual report? Why aren't drug busts documented? I'll tell you why. Because if they were, it would make that university look bad. And that would be less students that want to come and get their education there. And with less students, the university crumbles. And with the crumble of the university comes the crumble of the town. God, oh my God, I can't have that happen. Yeah, what are a few deaths, to keep that alive? Yeah. What are a few disposable people? Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, friends, acquaintances, neighbors, out-of-staters, YouTubers, TikTokers, foreigners. What you gonna do about it? Put yourself in their position, in that person's position who is in this alleyway right now being told to say it. Say it right. Say it. Say what right? Did he mispronounce a word? Did he slur a word? What did he do? What did he do that made it so deadly for him? What did he do? that was so wrong that it cost him his life. God, it must have been terrible. What did he do? Did he say something wrong? Oh my gosh. Shame on him. Put yourself there, laying on that ground, in the cold, in the early mornings hours of November 13th, 2022. Not just you, and not just the person whose fist you're looking at right now. Not only that, but your girlfriend that you love very much. And one of her sorority sisters, or two of them, or more. And more of your fraternity brothers standing, to your left or to your right. Or even just driving up just now. What if you were that person with your back on that cold ground, looking up at a fist that's about ready to come at you and bust your nose for something you said? What are you going to do when you hear that electronic sound of that car door being unlocked and the trunk being popped? What are you going to do when it's you and who knows how many other of your brothers? Yeah, I said it, your brothers. The ones you've built a bond with. The ones you're supposed to trust with your life. What are you going to do when there's not much you can do? When you are now immobile. Maybe you can't talk now. Maybe you can't walk now. Maybe you're being drugged along the dirt and the rocks and the snow and the branches. What are you going to do when you can't even talk? All you can do is whimper and bleed all over everything. What are you going to do? Pretty much all you can do is pray, right? I bet you he prayed a lot. I bet you even if he never prayed in his life, he was praying right then. And I bet she was begging and pleading. In fact, he was. We could hear it. Now, to the people I'm talking to right now, when I say put yourself in that position, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to stand up and you're going to fight for this person's, fight for him. Don't believe just because it's an official that what they're saying is true, because we already caught him in lies. God almighty, have we caught him in lies. That's not how you do it. I wonder, and I don't even have to wonder because it's true, these are also alumni of the same freaking university. These are graduates, alumni graduates. These are brothers in a brotherhood of the same university, keeping the code of silence, just like always. These are brothers unaliving brothers and lying for other brothers. Because, it's a family. It's a brotherhood. It's just what we do. Well, if that isn't sick, I don't know what is. Oh, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this video. Holy God, I can't even... They might even take me off, I don't know. I might get real big trouble. So be it. At least my last video was a doozy. Pure speculation. All my opinion. Entertainment purposes only. Let me say this, and I mean this. This is one thing. I mean, I mean everything I say, but this one, please do not go after any of these people that I have in this video. Do not go after them because they are innocent until proven guilty, just like BK is. Some people don't believe that, and well, they're stupid. Yeah, that's I'm just gonna say it. But please do not do this. Please do not cause them harm. Do not dox them. I haven't. I might have my opinion and my beliefs. But why would I do that? Because then I would be just like them. Wouldn't I? Because I have no proof. Pure speculation, my opinion. So don't you do it, please. Because you could very well be just one of those people who is innocent and just all of a sudden gets this, oh my God, look who did it. Oh my God, they have to be, brought to justice. It's not your right to bring them to justice. If it doesn't happen today or tomorrow or the next day, karma's going to get them. Karma's going to get them. It might not take, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next week, but karma's just going to get them. Trust me on that. Karma happens. So please, be a good person. Don't bother these people. It will come out. The truth will come out. I have faith in that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
My first impression of Ethan was he's just this huge dude that you wouldn't really approach, but as soon as you really got to know him, you realized that he's like one big teddy bear. Our mutual love for country music is really what brought us together. We'd gravitate toward each other because we'd be singing these country songs. We really got along. Whenever there would be a party, we'd be singing country songs. Whenever there would be a Whenever there would be a party, we'd be singing country songs. Fall in Love by Bailey Zimmerman. That was one of the first songs that Ethan and I had memorized together. We sang it together. Whenever there would be a party, we'd be singing country songs. His impression of Ethan was he's just this huge dude that you wouldn't really approach, but as soon as you really got to know him, you realized that he's like one big teddy bear. Our mutual love for country music is really what brought us together. We gravitate toward each other because we'd be singing these country songs. We really got along.
I need you now, but I don't know you yet.